Willie D Live.
I mean, let's be real. These kids do lie too. They do. So,
And I would assume that would be a risk that a foster parent would take. I mean, imagine being a foster parent and having to discipline your child, your foster child, and that child knowing how the system works. A lot of these kids, they're a lot sharper than just the average kid.
Oh, they are.
They could easily just call 911 and say, hey.
Oh, now they'll just go to the school.
You did this,
They can just go to the school. If they're in school,
whatever.
They can go to the school because everybody's considered a mandated reporter, including you. Okay? So if a kid comes to you and tell you that this foster parent is doing this to them or whatever, you better report it to the hotline, right? So in the case of how we handle a lot of these investigations and things of that such, because we know our kids. We know these parents. We have service plan meetings that's done depending on the level of care of the kid, which means their behavior. So if they like a specialized kid, they have service plans once every month, right? If they are basic, it could be like once every 3 months. And if they're a moderate specialized kid, it could be probably once a year, once every 6 months. It all depends on their level. But it shows the behavior patterns. It shows this is what they do. This is what they don't do. It shows with their foster parent notes, case management notes, everything. It's about documentation, because if you don't document, it didn't happen. And so when I was a foster parent, I'm going to tell you how I was on game with that portion. Because we had kids that a lie say, she ain't feed us. She ain't taking us nowhere. I had them cheering in Papados. I had these kids at Olive Garden. I had these kids, Kim Song. I had them at Steak 48. I had them at...
Yeah, whatever you like.
Yeah, you gonna eat what I eat.
Right.
And then when I make groceries, I'm going to make groceries. I'm not going to the food bank. I don't eat at the food bank. I eat at H-E-B. So I would keep receipts of everything. And every last one of them kids going to sign the back of that receipt. And I would take random pictures here and there. So if you turn around and lie and say, I don't feed you, or if you turn around and lie and say about anything, it's going to discount it right then and there. Because here's the proof. You can't say that I put my hand on you, because guess what? I had cameras in the house. Okay, in open areas. Then I even had sensors that's like at your staircase, even by your room or anywhere, so I can hear where everybody is in that house. And then I even had intercoms in each and every last one of their rooms. So I don't got to be yelling all across the house. I'm gonna hit the intercom. Hey, come on down here. Let's, woo, woo, woo. And then I also made sure that we had fresh fruit on the counter. You know what I mean? Because see, when a licensing rep come in your house, that's the first thing they're gonna look for. You don't have fresh fruit, they're gonna cite you. That's why I had the list.
You have to have fresh fruit?
Yes.
Why?
Because if a kid gets hungry and the kitchen is closed, they need to be able to have some accessibility to something to eat.
You have to have fresh fruit?
Absolutely. Because you have to be able to have some form of food that is out and available for the child, just in case if they get hungry, if the kitchen is closed.
Why can't you have some kind of, Little Debbie's or something?
No, you can have that too, okay. But they really prefer,
something healthy.
Something that's healthy,
okay.
And so even like, when licensing and all them coming to your home, see, my foster parents have the actual list that they use. So when they're coming into your house to do inspections and stuff like that, the foster parents have the same exact list. So they can dispute anything that they do, and that's how I can come in and attack them.
Do they randomly show up?
Yeah, they can. They can randomly show up. They can do mock inspections, and that's a mock inspection is that they'll probably have like a little random list, and one of your homes may pop up, and then they'll let you know, hey, we need their home study, we need a portion of their files, because we're going to be going out to the home to do a mock inspection. And then they want to just go in to see if they following the minimum standards when they go out to the home. But see, if you keep your people equipped so they know what they're looking for, then you really don't have nothing to worry about.
And this sounds like a lot, but it should be a lot when you're raising human beings.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Especially kids who have been involved in traumatic experiences.
Oh, yes.
This is not really asking too much if you really think about it.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Not in my opinion. It's not, because you can't be too careful, and like my deal is this has always been my philosophy. Stay ready to keep from getting ready.
Yeah.
When you do that, you're not going to have no problems. And like I tell my foster parents, any issues that you have, you call me immediately. Because 9 times out of 10, I smell some corruption going on. And I'm telling you, I'm going to sniff it out and I'm going to expose it.
See, if I was pursuing foster parentship, I'm looking for your agency. I want that protection. I want that strength. I like that muscle, man. I ain't trying to be around those suckers, I'm like somebody that's scared. Ooh, I'm scared I'm gonna lose my license and let me fall through the cracks or throw me under the bus.
CPS coming. Ooh, license is coming. Now, you need a muscle.
Yeah.
You need a whole hammer out here, which I am the hammer of accountability. That's my name.
What's the name of your agency?
Children of Diversity.
Children of Diversity.
Yes.
Nice. Now, how often do they try to come get you? Like, I'm sure they try to, like, send you a little paperwork every now and then and say, hey.
Oh, now, honey.
They stopped doing it. They tried it.
They'll come in your office.
They came to your office?
They come in my office. But see, let me go ahead and y'all gonna trip out when I tell you this. Because, I'm a private investigator, honey. And I believe, like I said, staying ready to keep from getting ready. Like how we got this table right here, I have a conference room. So when they come in to look at any files, I got cameras with mics in the file rooms. I have 2 cameras on top of the table, 1 camera that's in that corner, and I got microphones where I can hear everything. So if I'm not there, all I gotta do is go to my phone and I'm finna look and see who file that you done pulled, because see, they done did some dirty tricks before. I done had licensing come in my office and take stuff out of a file and then gonna try to lie and say it ain't there. Now let me tell you how I fixed that problem. I have a compliance officer that used to work for both agencies.
That works for you now.
That worked for me. And I'm gonna tell you this how I get her to do it. She goes in and reviews everybody's files weekly. And she has a compliance binder, right? Whatever file she's reviewing, she make copies of sections that she done reviewed and put it in that binder. You know them jokers tried to do that to me probably about 2 years ago? They went in my personnel file and tried to say that I didn't have a training. And my compliance officer just went through my file maybe a day ago. So, let me go to these cameras. You took it out, didn't you? No, yes you did. And I'm coming for your job and everybody else's job. And then, why you want to do this after I done already told you? Who is this in this flower dress? Hey, girl. You don't see the cameras here? Nah, and this was during the time during legislative session. Are you serious? I'm down here in Austin. I will fire all y'all up.
But that comes from so many years of being able to be corrupt and go unchecked.
Yes!
That's that arrogance. That's all it is. She ain't gonna do nothing. We got the power. This is what we do. We go unchecked. Can't nobody do anything about it. What you gonna do about it? We don't go to jail. We get to do what we want to do.
Willie, let me tell you something.
We violate and discriminate whenever we feel like it.
Willie, let me tell you what went down. So, I go through the whole process when they were in my office. I'm watching the whole video. Now, keep in mind, I'm in legislative session. I'm sitting in the Texas Grill where they normally go and eat their food. I got me a little cone in the back. Everybody, they know you want to say, hey, okay, yeah, move around. I'm doing something. So I'm going through the whole thing. And I look through here. You jokers then took a 3-hour lunch break. From this time to this time. That's one thing. You went in and you took this out of my record. One thing. You on social media while you on the state's time. Another thing, you making personal phone calls because I can hear what you're doing. Another thing. So, here you girl, the muscle. I go to the headquarters of Human Health Services and speak to, I don't think they no longer work there, but when they were there, and I had one of the Democratic officials with me. See, it's a certain pin that we wear. I just had her sit right there. And I turned around and showed them the video. So, I'm going to tell you what you're about to do. You're going to fire all of them. Because if you don't, I'm going to bring this right on back over here to this Capitol so Senator Miles and everybody else take a look at this. So how you want to do it? And then I'm going to turn around and do a press conference and I'm going to blast you out. So how you want to do this? When they come in my office, they walk on eggshells. And I make it on purpose because if you go in my office and they come in my conference room, they see me on pictures with powerful people all around that office. I call it the wall of intimidation.
Now, somebody's watching this, right, or listening to this, and they're saying to themselves, oh, man, don't tell them what you're doing. Don't tell them everything. Don't tell them what's going on.
They already know. That's why they're coming out on eggshells. That's why if you are a current foster parent in the Houston area or kinship or want to adopt, you want to be with the muscle.
You know, it's kind of like, speaking on this the way you're speaking on it right now, being as candid and transparent as you are, it's kind of like somebody who would have cameras outside of their house. The cameras are there to intimidate, to distract, they're to what's the word I'm looking for? It's detract. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the person to actually come into your house, but if somebody see the camera,
they know Big Brother watching.
They know somebody watching, so it deters. What the word I'm looking for it's there to serve as a deterrent. So, somebody see the camera. You know what? I ain't gonna go into that one because they got the cameras up.
Well, his cameras everywhere.
But it don't mean that somebody won't be bold enough to try it anyway.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. And that's what happened, bro. Right. And then even like, I really don't have a high turnover rate with employees either. Like, I've had people that's been with me since I opened.
And how long has that been?
Since 2010.
Okay.
And I'm the type of boss, I got your back. You got mine, I got yours. You come in my office with that mess, I'm going to handle you. So, you're not going to get upset if you have to be disciplined because you dropped the ball on something. So, you're not going to go in one of them files and take something out of it and then call the CPS hotline and say, oh, they don't have this in their files. And then when they come in, the investigators come in, they can go right to that file, and you done got probably about 50 deficiencies.